This is a mind-blowing ArchLinux HYPRLAND setup that you must try. In this video, I will show you how to customize your Linux desktop to achieve a futuristic look. I have been using this outstanding HYPRLAND configuration for quite some time and it's truly very impressive. Now, thanks to the GitHub developer for making this video possible, allowing for the automated installation of the HYPRLAND setup within a minute. Now, for those unfamiliar, HYPRLAND is a Wayland compositor based on WL roots, offering smooth animations, dynamic tiling, and straightforward configuration. Let's start with the process of customizing ArchLinux with HYPRLAND. Now, for this demonstration, I will be using my HP Pavilion gaming laptop running the Windows 11 operating system, and I will install ArchLinux with HYPRLAND on a spare SSD. The only requirement is the USB pen drive to create a bootable USB with ArchLinux. Then open your web browser and download the ArchLinux ISO. Then proceed to download Rufus. Then connect your pen drive to your computer and open Rufus. Select your drive, import the ArchLinux ISO, and leave all the options at their default settings. Then click on Start to create a bootable USB with ArchLinux. Once it's done, restart your computer. Once rebooting, you need to enter into BIOS settings. Now use the keyboard shortcut based on your motherboard. Now mostly it could be F2, F9 or Escape key. In my case, my computer boots into the startup menu and I press F10 to access the BIOS setup. In the UEFI BIOS, enable USB boot and change the boot order by setting the USB drive as primary. Then disable secure boot, which is important. Now, once it's done, save the changes. Your system will now boot into ArchLinux live session from the USB drive. If it fails to boot, use the boot menu to load Arch install media. You will see the CLI environment. Go ahead and type this command to increase the size of the font. The first thing is to check for a stable internet connection. If your computer is connected to the internet via Ethernet, you can use the ping command to check the connection. If your computer has built-in Wi-Fi support, you can use IWCTL to connect to the internet. Now simply type IWCTL in the terminal to enter the IWD shell mode. Then type device list to see a list of network interfaces. Then look for WLAN 0 and then type device WLAN 0 show to see more information about the WLAN 0 interface. Next, run the command station WLAN 0 get-networks to see a list of Wi-Fi networks. Then type station WLAN 0 connect and enter the name of your Wi-Fi network. Press the return key and enter the Wi-Fi password. After entering the password, wait for 5 seconds and press the enter key to connect to the internet. You may not see any output, but if the connection was successful, you can simply exit the IWD shell mode. And that's it, you have successfully connected to the internet. Now run the ping command and make sure you are receiving the packets. You can interrupt the ping command by pressing Ctrl+C. Now type this command to synchronize the system packages and upgrade them to the latest version. It's time to format the disk and prepare it for the ArchLinux minimal installation. Type lsblk to view a list of all connected drives. In my case, dev.sda is the drive where I want to install ArchLinux. You can also use the fdisk-l command to see more information about the drives. It's important to be careful and make sure that you're formatting the correct drive. Now, once you have confirmed the correct drive, run the command gdisk/dev.sda to launch the gdisk. Now replace SDA with the appropriate one. In the gdisk tool, press X to enter the expert mode and then press Z to erase the drive. Now follow the prompts to complete the drive erasing process. Now at this point, the drive dev.sda should be a brand new and free of any partitions. Then type this command, which contains the public keys used to verify the authenticity and integrity of ArchLinux packages, ensuring they come from the trusted sources. Now type this command to set up the arch install script. Now launch the Arch installer script by typing arch install in the terminal. Now use the arrow keys to navigate through the options. Set the system language by selecting your option. I'm going to leave the first three options at default values. Next, select the disk configuration. Choose partitionizing and use the best effort default partition layout. Then select the drive where you want to install ArchLinux. In my case, it's dev.sda. Then select the drive by pressing either the spacebar or the tab key. You will see an asterisk between the square brackets to indicate that the drive has been selected. Now choose the BTRFS file system and use compression. Then select back to return to the main menu. Next, select the bootloader. You have the option to use either the systemd or the grub bootloader. I'm going to choose grub. I will leave the swap values set to true and leave the hostname as ArchLinux. Now after that, set the root password to assign a password for the root user. Then create a new user and add it to the sudo words list for elevated privileges. Now select the profile option and then choose minimal with no desktop included. Then select the audio option and choose the audio server. For best results on most computers, it's recommended to use Pipewire. If you wish, you can also install additional kernels, but for now, I will stick with the default or the latest available kernel. Now under the additional packages option, you can specify a list of tools to be installed separated by spaces. After that, select the network configuration and choose to use the network manager. Finally, select your time zone to set the correct time on your system. Then check all the options to ensure you haven't left anything blank. Once you have confirmed everything, select the install option and wait for a few minutes for ArchLinux to be fully installed on your system. After the installation is complete, you will be prompted for post-installation steps. Select No and use the command to shut down the computer. After that, you may see the CLI user interface. Simply log in with your credentials and you will find yourself inside the ArchLinux. If you're trying this on a laptop, you will need either a Wi-Fi connection or Ethernet cable for internet access. To connect to Wi-Fi, use the command sudo nmcli dev Wi-Fi connect and enter the Wi-Fi name, password, then enter the password enclosed in double quotes and press the return key. You can use the ping command to check if you're receiving the packets and interrupt with Ctrl+C. Now it's time to set up a pre-configured HYPRLAND environment using an installer script created by PrasanthRangan. Now visit his GitHub page to learn more about this setup. Then inside console, type this command to clone his repository and hyprland.files. Then navigate into Hide Scripts. And find all the script files. Now use the default install script for a complete HYPRLAND installation with all configurations. Now go ahead to execute the script. Now keep in mind that the install script will detect NVIDIA and install NVIDIA DKMS drivers for your Linux kernel. NVIDIA DRM will be enabled in grub, so ensure your NVIDIA graphic card supports DKMS drivers for HYPRLAND. After running the script, be patient and respond to the prompts requesting your authentication. Now choose the grub theme. Then choose our helper such as Paru. The setup may take some time for transforming your ArchLinux into the best HYPRLAND experience. That's it. Now we are within the HYPRLAND environment. Now go ahead and log in with your username and password. Then click on this toggle to apply the wallpaper. The first step is to reboot your computer to apply the changes. HYPRLAND is based on keyboard bindings or shortcuts. Pressing Super plus F opens the Firefox web browser. Then head over to this link and click on Key Bindings to know the usage of HYPRLAND. By the way, Super is the Windows key on your keyboard. These are the default key bindings that you can use to work with HYPRLAND. For example, pressing Super plus T opens up the terminal. Let's increase the font size of the Kitty terminal. Type this command to edit the Kitty configuration file and increase the font size by 14 points. Then save the changes by pressing Ctrl plus O and Ctrl plus X to exit. To quit any application or program, you can press either Super plus Q or Alt plus F4. Now let's relaunch the terminal by pressing Super plus T, and you can see the font size has increased. All the Hyprland configuration files are stored inside a home folder named .config. You can edit them according to your liking. For example, to edit or modify the key bindings, you can use this configuration file to make some changes. You can switch between workspaces by pressing Super plus a number between 0 to 9. To access the app launcher, press Super plus A on your keyboard. You can quickly search for any application you want and launch it. Pressing Shift plus Super plus A allows you to change the layout of App Launcher. You can use left or right arrow keys to go through the layouts and press Enter to select it. Now if I press Super plus A, you can see the new layout of the App Launcher. Now mind you that this is the most powerful Hyprland configuration you have ever experienced. The developer offers you the flexibility to modify themes, waybar layout, wallpapers, and much more. You can use these toggle controls to change themes, wallpapers, and waybar layout. Now let's change the theme by pressing this button. You can also use a keyboard shortcut, Super plus Shift plus T to see a list of available themes. Then using the arrow keys, you can change the theme you want. Now, each theme comes with different wallpapers. You can click on this button to change the wallpaper or press Super plus Shift plus W brings up this carousel style to choose the wallpaper. To change the waybar style or position, you can press this button or use the keyboard shortcut Super plus Alt plus up or down arrow keys. Now pressing Super plus Backspace brings up this beautiful power menu that allows you to reboot or shut down the computer. And that's about it. This is how you can make a modern and futuristic Linux desktop with Hyprland. A huge thanks to all developers who contribute to making Linux beautiful. Don't forget to explore the GitHub page for further insights into the Hyprland configuration. Thank you so much for watching. This has been KSKRL. I will see you with the next one.